Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Space Engineers. I know it has been a hot minute because since last time, I'm sure you guys know, the Scout crashed. But since then, I have made a little bit of progress in making a new ship. I don't recall whether or not I did this on or off camera, but we have this guy now. I'm halfway tempted to just make a normal hydrogen ship once we get down there, but I think, I think it's time for this thing to go and take a rest for now, because it has seeming to be a sleep time for it. Alright. Oh, that didn't go as planned. I'll set these two back. Alright. It's been a minute since I played, so I need to remember what buttons do what. Alright. That brings back down the solar array. Now, what I need to do... Please don't do this game. What do I need to do? I need to get down there again. Because I marked it... with what? What was my marker for it? Okay. Good, I pulled that thing back. Maybe I should go and check those, see if there's anything useful in them. And that one flies right here. No more. Good. Alright. Need to remember that it's X to do the flight. Alright, was it this? This one has... what are you? Cobalt. Alright. Not bad. Not good, but not bad. Alright, well. There's that one, I guess. Got a little bit of cobalt here. I think once we get down there, I can probably... well, maybe if I bring enough stuff, I can go on ahead and just build down there. That was basically the idea with the Scout. Before the Scout decided it didn't want to live anymore. You know, maybe there's a way I can save the Scout. I mean, there's not an oxygen drain. If I take enough trips to and from the Scout, it might work. But because the Scout is pretty far away. I need to remember to see if my new ship actually flies or not. So I think I remember making it so that way it probably can fly. With a little bit of storage here. So let's hop in. Alright, what was the button to leave? Was it not? I really need to brush up on what I've got here. So full power, that's off. Okay. So I think what I needed to do was rotor 2. It was detach, right? I think that's what it needs to be. So if I full power with 9 and then going over here and detach from rotor 2. Alright. Oh, it's because I didn't have that on. Alright. So this works. Let's... alright. We're moving. Got about an hour of flight time. That's good to know. Luckily it measures in real life hours, so we should have enough power to get over there to the drone, or to the ship, and see how much we can take off with. So I think I have landing gear on this thing, right? It was V for view. I don't know. But you know what? We have a working ship for now. The gyros... okay. We're good. This is working at least planetary side. It doesn't work in atmosphere, or non atmosphere, in lack of atmosphere. So we'll head over here to the crash site and pick up some stuff. So I think I had some items on the crash ship. Whoa, okay. And it was C to drop. Yep. Alright. Need to be very careful. Don't want it to end up like another situation there. Let me, Alright. We're here. Let's drop down a bit. At least I've got some really decent control over the descent. Alright. And then I guess the searchlight doesn't work right now. Alright, let's go back to here. We're almost there. Then I can land and turn everything back to recharge mode. Alright. Looks like we're good. Parking brake enabled. Let's turn everything off. Alright. So we have made it. We're out here. Okay. Let's load up what we can of the crash and see if we can't... Hello? Thought I saw some lightning up there. Maybe I could park it closer to the crash so I don't miss it. Actually, it might be better to park it closer to the crash so I don't miss it. I'd hate to lose this one too. Alright. So let's bring you a little closer. Go to 9, turn parking off. Alright. Let's get a little closer to the crash site. I see you down there, buddy. Hold on. Who knows, we might even be able to deconstruct for some parts too. Alright. Looks like we're golden, so plop it down, park it up, power off. Alright. What the? Hello? Oh no, I should probably stay landed here until that passes over. But yeah, this poor thing, it is destroyed. Alright. Well, let's start looting. What was tab was that? Alright. Jeez. Yeah, I for inventory. Let's move some of this across. All that I can hold, but we can transfer it over to here, and hopefully it can hold more than I can. It was boom. Nope, it can't hold more than I can. So start tossing as much of this stuff where I can as possible. Wow, these pipes are huge apparently. Okay. Let's get all this loaded up apparently. Maybe I should have had some higher level storages. Alright. This one's still got a little bit of space. I can dump a few of those in there. Alright. Wow, that was surprisingly inefficient. Did I pack any more storage onto this thing? I mean, the cockpit's got a little bit of storage. It's got about 1,000 liters of storage, so let's dump some of that in there. Wow, it is really clouding up, huh? No, maybe I can take these and recharge the ship with them. I need to remember that tab is not inventory. Alright. Connectors. We've got some of that. Cargo containers. We've got a lot of metal plates in here. Can I access them from back here then? I can. Alright. We've got a lot more of those tubes. I'm gonna have to hold those personally. Honestly, how many of the tubes can I hold? I can hold at least 18. So let's take out the stuff from the last one, from these ones. And I'm gonna dump what I can into here. Alright. If I drop what I can in here, at minimum I can probably bring it back to base. At maximum I might be able to take it over to... why are these two not stacking? Oh, because these are big too? Okay, yeah. Well, these storages are just way too small. Alright, well, at least we can grab a little bit. I know it's probably not safe to fly in this weather. But... how much power do you got still? 45 minutes of power. Can I think I can hinge up. Yeah, we'll hinge this up for now. So what all broke from this one when I landed? Piece of the chassis broke. They're running out of power. What else? What else? That's really about all, I think. How badly did I crash this thing? Because I don't recall it being too badly. Let's get into the system over here, just to wait out the thunderstorm. Well, maybe. How far is the new base? It's down there, right? Yeah, ice base and ice sheet. It's another 6 kilometers. If I fly low, maybe I'll be safe. I'm gonna make a quick save. Okay. Let's hope this doesn't go to crap in a handbasket. So I don't want another dead ship here. In fact, I think it was raining last time I crashed too. Just can't see a damn thing. It's all this fog. I'm going to try to aim towards the clearly open parts. Oh. Okay. Apparently the rain cleared up. Alright. Thank you, game. So now we can make a nice smooth exit over there to the ice spikes. Or the ice sheet. And I guess we should be good to go in and start building up stuff now. And now that, well, the ship actually has some decently good mobility, as long as I get this back to base before crap falls apart, I can probably just keep doing this back and forth, and probably continue to use this ship for a while, until I make something better. But let's get over here and get to building. If we can get our base building ready, then I can start charging this there too. Alright. We're coming in. Slow down a bit. Alright. We should be slowing down quite a bit now. Alright. Where is the base? Oh. A new one? Identified signal. That's a new color, too. Alright, so let's look around. Oh, okay. I am in fact falling. That is not good. Alright, so I don't have enough upward force to keep me upright if I look around. That's okay, I guess. Let's land. Drop off our cargo. and then head back and look for some more. Alright. We do still have the basics here. And land now. Alright, there we go. Alright. Power off. Alright. So, what all are we missing here? Oh, I didn't fill up my own inventory. Okay. Let's start dumping stuff where it needs to be. Hopefully, we brought enough to at least get something started. Okay, that's right. I need to pick up all the stuff from the various... Okay, I might need to really try to connect these. Alright. Snag some of these. Where the hell do all these pipes go? Hello, you needed some large steel tubes. You needed some large steel tubes. You also needed some large steel tubes. That explains why I had so many large steel tubes around. Alright. Let's get over here and pick up what else we can. Yeah, I could just double click. Alright. Tag and bag all these. Alright. And then pick up what I can from this. I don't need the cobalt. I can drop that off at home when we get there. But now that we have a functioning ship to get to and fro, this is going to speed up stuff a lot. So I do have the storage container at the ready now. This, I need more construction comps. This, I need more steel plates. This, I need more steel plates. And this, I need more steel plates. Alright. But, now we have a start. So this, we need construction comps, motors, computers. Alright. I think we've emptied out just about everything we have. I've got a few extra power cells, and I don't know why. Was that for a battery? Was there a battery in this setup? Got the O2H2 hydrogen tank and engine. We've got the storage. We got the drill. So no, we don't have a battery in this build. Not yet. But since we're going to be building basically on top of this, I can probably go ahead and put the battery up here. Can I place it? It needs 80 of the power cells. Okay. Maybe not just yet. Maybe we can't craft this yet, but we at least have the beginnings of a base now. Or the almost beginnings of a base. Let's crank our stuff on and head back towards the crash site. I feel like I still have the energy to head back there should I need to. Although it might be good to head back to base to fuel back up, just in case. Although 57 minutes is still a good amount of time for this, so let's go on ahead and head back that way. And I guess pick up another load. Although maybe adding a nice bigger storage would be good. But the thing already has trouble flying. I'm not going to burden it with that. So, actually I just realized there's multiple unknown signals. Why is there a brown one? Why is there a teal one? And the green one I know was one of the supply drops. I just haven't gone to pick it up yet. So, since we're coming over the horizon line, I'm going to start slowing down. Keep an eye out for where we're heading. It's about 1 kilometer, which is still a little further ahead. So I need to make sure that I'm not going too fast, so I don't just, bolt past it. There. Alright. So we have our landing spot. Whoa. Alright. have our landing spot. Alright. Now we start landing. I am very happy with how this one turned out. It is actually working a whole lot better than I thought it would. So, we're almost there. And I can load this guy up with another set of gear. Now that we've transported all the super ultra large things, at least a good portion of them, let's land right now, right? There we go. Alright. We'll probably take maybe a load or two more before we go on ahead and head back. Okay, this thing is all over the horizon line here again. Maybe I should move this one closer again. I don't know how I keep doing this, but I just barely overshoot it. Alright. So, activate, depark. Maybe I should try to do this before finalizing the landing next time. Maybe I should also try to add some air brakes or something. Alright. Maybe I can install some solar panels on this thing to keep this thing going. Alright. Dunzo. I mean, can I? Nah. Alright. How's this thing power looking? 35 minutes. It's not going to hold out for much longer. I don't know what will happen to it when the parking brakes disengage. So maybe I should saw away at the wheels first. I don't think I have all the storage space that I need for that. Alright. Cargo container. I need to stuff some of these into the ship. All the ultra heavies go in here. Not nearly enough space, of course. Cool. Toss. It's gonna use up all of our storage again. Okay, but actually, wait a minute. I probably had the stuff there to make a storage brick. Hold on. I probably had enough stuff to make a storage, right? So, if I can make a cargo container. Oh, it's already in my hotbar. Alright. If I make... Oh, whoops. Make a cargo right here. I could probably... Yeah, I need an interior plate, but... Do I have any sitting in here? I don't. Wow, okay. Yeah, this thing's really going to be borked here in a minute. I might need to actually search the crash site next time. Although, I need to toss some stuff. Okay. But at least we're making some progress. Oh wait, I can kind of wedge the panels in there. Maximize the storage space by wedging some steel plates in there. Alright. And then I can snag a little bit more before this thing goes absolutely sideways. Alright. So this might be some of the most we're going to get out of it this time, but let's go on ahead, bring these to the new base, and see what we can do from there. Because now that we're dragging a decent amount of cargo, actually, how much does this thing weigh now? 18,000 kilograms, I think it says down there. I mean, I'm surprised it's able to fly at all, but At least we're getting somewhere. At least we're getting somewhere. So, once we land back with this stuff, I might be able to go on ahead and, finish construction of maybe a portion of this. But I still think I should probably get the stuff for a battery when I get back to base. But once I get this whole system working, though, it will basically be infinite power. An unlimited power generator for now. And I'm hoping that this can be kind of like our sustained power area for the rest of the game. Alright, so let's slow down a bit. Now we're almost above our landing site. Alright, there's the landing site. Come on, slow down. Alright. Now we start heading downwards and hope we don't hit it. Alright. Where the hell did I put the searchlight? Because I actually don't recall where I put the searchlight. So it seems to not be helping here. Alright. There's the base. I'm gonna land almost right on top of it. But you know what? That's fine. Means less travel. Alright. Where is it? So I don't want to hit it. There it is. Alright, cool. And park. Right? Park. Park. There we go. Alright. Turn off everything. Let's get to building. And alright. Still need some large steel tubes for that one. Alright. Looks like we may have lost some stuff in the crash, maybe? I don't know. Alright, let's do a little bit more here. Alright. We're almost to a functional state with the engine. I keep forgetting just how loud this game is. I hope it actually is picking up on OBS. So hopefully it's working? Why is it... Have you guys just not been able to hear the game this whole time? I feel like that might be the case. Yeah. Whoopsie. I don't know why it's not working, but either way, looks like we're gonna need to take one more big trip. Actually, I need to empty out the ship first. So, boom, boom, and snag all these. And actually, we should have enough to finish off at least one of those large steel tube needing items. Alright. Oh, I do have enough space for that. Alright. So what needed 12 steel tubes? This one, we can finish it, I think. Most of it. Alright. This one needed 2. This one needs more. And this one needed 12. Alright. So that one's still not to a working state. And this one either. This one either. Alright. So, how much stuff do I still have on me? Still got plates, construction comps, and the power cells. Okay. Maybe that was for building actual spots to build things? I don't know. I don't know why I have this many extra. What the hell was I thinking when I was driving the Scout this way? I might just store this at base for now. So let's head back there for a second so I can try to refuel. His home base is over that way. It's past the Scout crash. I know that one. But hopefully we can get home without, losing power. We've got 50 minutes, actually. It might be better for me to head back to the scout. Yeah, let's head back to the scout and see if I can catch it before it goes sliding down the cliff. Because this is kind of a rescue mission at this point, now that it's kind of run out of power. But yeah, after that episode, the reason I hadn't been recording it is just because, well, it was one of those like, dag nabbit, there went all my work. But now we're getting that work back, and we're gonna be making some progress, hopefully. I want to start heading space side eventually. Maybe even make a space station. That'd be cool. Alright. So let's take a look beneath us. I think we're coming up on the crash site. Right? I think so. So where... Oh wait, the searchlight's off. That would explain why... Okay. So it's over there. Where is this? Oh. Right beneath the front of the ship, right? Am I? Where the hell is this? Where the... Okay, whatever. It is right there. So I'm going to turn that off because that is kind of power draining. So we'll move forward and try to turn to the right. Alright. No, this isn't the right, it's the left. What the hell am I doing? Alright. This time I'm not going to go on ahead and land, in another zip code. Alright. How are we looking? Yeah, it looks like we're doing pretty good. Alright. Let's head down to the crash site one more time for now. So I think since we got all of the large tubes taken care of, we should be okay. To carry a good portion of the rest back. Alright. There's the truck. Alright. Now, come on, park. Now, alright, cool. We're good. We didn't break anything, right? We're good. Alright. Why am I stuck now? What the... Alright. So you, how are you looking? You have 24 minutes left to live. Good to know. So let's spread pirate relay post. I don't want to deal with that right now. I'm busy. Alright. Let's dump as much of this as I can into the cockpit. Okay, not much can fit into the cockpit. Actually, let's see if I can shove any of the extra plating in there. Nope. Okay. So, as I am too short to grab a lot of the stuff here. Alright, let me try dumping as much as I can into here. Alright, fine. I really should have affixed some more storages to this thing. Especially since this is basically a rescue ship. Alright. That's about all that I can dump right now, so let's grab what else I can from here. Okay, I've got 26 more tubes. That should be good. Let's get back out there. I really don't want to deal with that pirate station, and I hope it stays over there so I don't have to deal with it. It's a pirate relay post, so no thanks. Alright. But hopefully in future ships I can have them be ice powered. Because having the ice power it just means that it's basically an infinite power source. Especially with this mini mod pack that I have. I think I made sure to have it in the description. Basically, I had a couple of mods. One of them is the drills. And I think that's really it, actually. Also, I need some silver. I need some silver badly. Alright. I was worried I got like knocked around or something. Like I hit something. Alright. So, we're coming upon the target. I think I could always try to stop by doing the whole pull back maneuver, because that'll engage my up thrusters, which are slightly better than my down, or slightly better than my other thrusters. Alright. So that's there. We pull back to lower our speed. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Alright. Looks like it's just beneath us, so start heading downwards. Apparently we're a kilometer into the air. I didn't realize that. Alright. Let's switch to the other. Alright. So we're coming down to the ice base. Oh, I really did fly up, huh? Alright. So we're coming down for a landing. Close I can to the base. Looks like we're gonna be good. I should probably swap over to my other camera so I'm able to whatchamacallit, to see where I'm landing better. So that's off to the side of the ship. Alright. At least it's not far away, so I'll give it that. Oh no. Ow. Okay. That was an ouch. That was a stupid. That was a real stupid. Alright. And Kerchunk. Alright. Didn't break anything, right? Stop flying. Alright. Nope, we're good. Alright, turn off the light. I did turn that off, right? Yeah. Alright, cool. So, let's get this done over here. What needed the heavy metal parts? You did. And then I'll dump what extras I have into what needs them. This one is working now. Needs a few motors to get working. This one also now works. Alright. You need a few more large metal pipes. Okay, we're almost to a functioning base. That is good. That is really good. So, where was... I did need some extra motors. Huh. Oh, it's not letting me grab them because they're from a different container. Alright. But it did need some motors, and it did need a couple more heavy metal pipes. But then we have functioning base. Alright. You need some tubes. You needed motors. You are now functional. Alright. I just need enough stuff for the whatchamacallit, the hydrogen tank, and that is 4 large steel tubes. That's all I need. Where the hell did I park the ship? It's over here. So 4 large steel tubes, and then we should be golden. So we can head back to base for that one. And then I can drop off all of these extra ones that weren't used for some reason. I should, yeah, should extra park me now that I didn't have this. Yeah, alright. So now, let's fly back to base. And land to recharge, hopefully. Because the problem is now going to be getting back to the scout crash once the power runs out. Because that's going to be a big problem. And I'm going to need to find the scout again and move the waypoint. But with this ship, it shouldn't be too hard with the fact that I have the searchlight. And I can look for, structures. But at least we have a place to start looking. So let's get back to base and dump off all the extras, and then I'm probably going to end off the episode there for now, while I work on trying to get the large steel tubes. But we should be able to finish starting up the next base next episode fairly easily. Alright. I am very, very high up. I need to not accidentally jump out of this now. Otherwise, I might not live that one. Alright. But I also need some extra silver so I can make a med bay for the respawn over there, instead of respawning over here where my ship is. But I also need to make a rotor without a top so I can land this thing there, so it can recharge once we get the base started. Yeah, I don't know why OBS isn't recording the audio. Well, hopefully I can fix that, because I have been having some issues with OBS recently. Where is... Okay, there's home base. It's over there by that respawn pod. Alright. So we're coming up on base. Let me activate this so I can see. Alright. Looks like we're almost there. I should probably go and pop up the solar flower too. Oh, I'm flying right overhead. Wait up! Oops. Huh. Maybe I do need to work on the air brakes for this thing. Alright, where's home base? There. Come on. Need to go backwards. There you go. Going backwards is probably the hardest thing in this, just because I don't have any jets pointed backwards. Alright. Let's start heading downwards towards the house. And don't hit the solar flower, preferably. Where is it? Where the hell am I on this? I can't make out which part of the base I'm at. Okay, there. I see the solar flower now. Let's illuminate. Okay, up there is the drop. So this is really far off. Hold on. So this is the front of the ship, so we need to go where? This way, right? I have no clue. This is the problem with parking it, is the fact that I can't see jack crap while I am. Alright, so we need to go... okay, this is backwards. Good to know. So, now that I know, let's try to land this thing up. So I need that to line up with this. The little nubbin here. Let's hope this works. Okay. Can I... Nope. Alright, that's basically in. Let's, what is this? Rotor lock on off. Rotor attach. So that should be attached now, right? No, I need to move it a little bit backwards. Okay, where's the nubbin? It should be right there, yeah. Alright, let's Give it another go. Come on. Why aren't you locking? Why is it not locking? What the hell? That is square in the middle, right? So rotor 2 needs to attach. Okay. Now we're good. Alright, so now I can power this down and set it into recharge mode so it can start slurping up power. But yeah, this is working. So I'll get to making those metal part bits, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next episode. Goodbye, everybody.